Hi, welcome back. It's now day 10 and today we're going to talk to you about how to deal with your dog on Christmas Day.
Okay, so in the morning is always hectic in the morning.
Yes.
Everybody opening their presents and paper around and everything else. I think the best thing to do is to stick to your dog's normal routine.
Yes, definitely.
I think if you stick to, dogs are all about routines. And whatever you're doing, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, over the holiday season, I would just stick to the same routine. Yeah. So that is, wake up at the same, get your dog up rather at the same time, walks at the same time, fed at the same time, played with at the same time. Don't not do it just because it's Christmas Day. Yeah. If you normally go at 6 o'clock in the morning, then still go at 6 o'clock in the morning. If you take your dog for a walk at tea time or you play at tea time, just stick to that same routine. You won't go far wrong with that. I know everything is going to be a little bit up and down and what have you, but just stick to what you normally do. There's going to be stuff around. I think we've talked about that over the past few days. Presents, paper, twine. There's going to be all sorts
of bits and
pieces around. Just make sure that you clear everything up. If it's opening time, presents, and your dog is thinking, well, what am I going to do? There's all this going on. Give it a chew or something to be getting on with it. Keep it occupied. Give it a puzzle toy, what we talked about yesterday. Give it a bone, something like that. Keep it occupied, because a dog that's not occupied is going to get into mischief. Yeah. And if you have wrapped up your dog toys for your dog, and we all like to do that, and you help the dog.
It's a little novelty, isn't it?
Trying to get in it. Don't be surprised when your dog then wants to start opening other people's presents.
Yeah, that's a big problem because your dog cannot tell the difference between a present it is supposed to open and a present it is not supposed to open.
Absolutely.
So if it is something you do, maybe do that at the end. Get all your presents out of the way and then...
And if they're just too excited about it, the whole thing, then just pop them away.
Yeah.
Pop them in the crate, pop them in a quiet place. Yeah, I think that's the thing to do.
Yeah, definitely. And on Christmas Day as well, a lot of you are going to have a lot of family round, or you're going to be taking your dog to your family's homes. So if that does happen, don't let your whole family crowd the dog at once. So as nice as it'll be, especially if, like us, you've got puppies this year, everybody wants to play with the puppies, and that's absolutely fine, and it is important to get your puppies around lots of people, but just don't let everyone come in the house or you walk in a room and everyone jump on the puppy at once. Yeah, it's too much for you if you think about it. If you go around your friends or if you go around your family's house and you've got 7 or 8 relatives all coming up to you at once and pulling at your face and being like, oh hi, how are you, and all talking, that's stressful for you as well, and you think, no, wait, one at a time, come on, slow down. And something I know that we've touched on already, but one of the most important things for Christmas is to supervise children and your dogs, especially if they're not children that regularly spend time around your dogs, and if they're very young. Just make sure that someone, either yourself or if they're not your children, their parents, someone is there to keep an eye on them.
More dog bites happen over the Christmas period or holiday period than at any other time.
Yeah, and it's the excitement because not only is your dog more excited through the activity, kids are more excited as well. And as we said about a screaming and a running child can be a target for a dog who's going to want to chase them.
Yeah.
At your house, if your dog has got a quiet space in the bedroom, in the crate, brilliant, leave that unchanged and let your dog go there to calm down. If you're at a relative's house, try and set somewhere up for the dog. So put somewhere familiar, even if you take their bed, take something familiar around them where your dog can go and sit, and just let people know that when they're in that space, leave them be. That's a quiet area where they want to calm down. Now, as for dinner, I think in one of the first sessions of this, we went through what things you shouldn't be feeding your dogs: grapes, chocolates, raisins.
Hey, but you know what visitors are like?
Yes.
When you're not looking.
They love to sneak them treats.
Bits of food under the table.
Exactly. And actually, not only could that be dangerous for your dog if they're poisonous foods, but also you don't want your dog learning that later on during the year, if they come to your dining room table, they're going to be getting food, so then they'll be pestering you through the rest of the year as well, thinking, well, last time I did this.
Also as well, they're going to be getting things that they're probably not used to having.
Yes.
On a regular basis.
Yeah, and that can give them an upset stomach. So there's nothing wrong with giving them little bits and pieces. So if you want to try just a little bit of turkey, they can have a little bit. But
the Christmas Day diarrhea.
But don't, if you turn around and give your dog a bowl full of turkey that they're not used to having, they will absolutely get diarrhea. If they don't, you're extraordinarily lucky. They will do. A little bit is absolutely fine, but don't be giving them a whole.
Because the bets are closed, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't try phoning the vet up.
And
your dog's got the runs.
actually, if your dog if your dog's a pain during mealtime anyways, you know that it's going to be even worse when you've suddenly got 2 or 3 times as many people around the dining room table. So if they really are a pain, pop them in another room, pop them in their crate, give them something to do, a nice chew or a Kong that we spoke about a couple of days ago, and let them be in there for a little while. But I think one of the most important things about Christmas is, even though we're stressing, keep your dog calm, keep them relaxed, don't make too big a fusses, don't go to the other extreme, don't ignore them completely. So don't leave them shut in the room for the whole day or outside or in a crate. Stick to their routine and just do it sensibly. Just keep, even though Christmas is a special day for you, try and keep it as normal as possible for your dog. So let them have a space to calm down, but don't just ignore them completely, because that'll stress them out just as much.
Fabulous. Great.
Right, lovely.
Thanks for listening.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.